I want to talk about pornography. So, in our culture now, there's a lot of drugs, alcohol, there's intimacy before marriage, there is problems with a lot of problems with pornography. Pornography is rampant. Pornography is in everything you TV, and improper thoughts, all kinds of stuff. I'm affected by it. All kinds of people are affected by it. I remember as a young boy, probably, man, I don't know, maybe 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I don't know, seeing books at my friends' houses that were supposed to be, anyway, they had these improper pictures, pornography pictures, pornographic pictures. And when I saw them, I'm like, whoa, that's pretty cool. I like that. Yeah, well, of course you do. You're a boy. You're a man, right? Problem is, it's addicting, and even just those short glimpses and those short times it's like an earthquake. Pornography is like an earthquake. You see it, and it's like an earthquake, and then there's little aftershocks all the time going on after that in society, on the internet, on YouTube, on Google searches, on TV. Pornography's rampant. Pornography's rampant with the women and with the men. It's not just with the men. A lot of girls, a lot of women suffer with it. So I don't know the exact statistics, but I just would encourage you, my children, my grandchildren, to not be affected like we have been affected. We have been affected. I have been affected. My family's been affected. Many people that I know have been affected by pornography. And even though what it is, it's a substitute for real love, for real affection. And it's Satan's substitute for real, good, clean family life. Sweet, good relationships. I strongly believe that pornography is one of the worst things we have to face right now. But I also believe that married couples can take care of each other's needs, and that may help curve and satisfy those needs within a healthy marriage and within a healthy relationship with a marriage between man and woman. So I firmly believe that you can go through a healing process, and you can't avoid it. It's always going to be there, and it's going to be kind of like, it's very similar to this. Pornography is sort of like this. If someone runs over a skunk a mile or two away, that smell still permeates, and people are affected by it. They may not be right there at the scene of the accident where it's horribly stinky, but they get little drifts of it. So pornography is like this dripping effect. It's always dripping into our society, into our families, into our culture, into the internet. So try to put on a respirator. Try to put on a guard, a respirator that will guard you from pornography by avoiding it, by not participating in it, by not getting started in it. The worst thing about it is to see it the first few times, and then you like it, and then you want to see it, periodically throughout your life. And some people have those addictions all the time, So I warn you that pornography is dangerous. I know firsthand. Do I struggle with it? I think maybe mentally more than actual physically. I mean, viewing it, but I mean, there's also pornographic thoughts. So we got to be careful and watch our thoughts and try to keep our thoughts appropriate. And it's not always easy in our society. But I will say this, I have a firm belief in this, that if man and women, husband and wife, take care of each other's intimate needs, that would help curve the addictions of pornography, and that might help people avoid it. I just think that there's so many struggles in life. I think it's important to openly talk about it within your family, to discuss it, to openly talk about it and address it. And because it's in the room, you might as well talk about it. It's in the minds. It's in the minds of our young women, young men, old women, old men, medium. It is a struggle. And I'm sure there's people who don't struggle with it. You know, I haven't met too many people like that. I think there's people that admit that they struggle with it. And I think there's people that struggle at some level and may not say it, may not admit to it, but it's a natural, intimacy is a natural desire. It just needs to be kept within the bounds the Lord has set. It just needs to be kept within the bounds the Lord has set. And I say that within marriage between a man and a woman. Loving and setting a good example to have children. And use that relationship as a bonding glue within your marriage to your spouse.